Hello Flosstube, my name is Tamara and I have never stitched anything from Rosewood Manor. Yes. Rosewood Manor, I mean like the brand name with the designer Karin Kulba is a very nice, how they say, they have very nice designs. I like quite a lot of them, but I haven't stitched anything from them because I didn't find that design which would take my breath away, and I would desperately want to stitch it. On YouTube has samplers, I mean like the Quakers, the Inspiration sampler, they're pretty popular. I like them. I like watching other stitchers stitching them, but I have never been tempted to buy any design and stitch until last spring. Yes, last spring, when on Instagram I saw on a stitcher's page that she like made a photo of with the materials of this design, and then I saw the design being stitched on her page, and this was the moment when my heart was taken away by Rosewood Manor. I desperately wanted to stitch this welcome home design, and I started looking for materials. Apparently, so this one, welcome home, is stitched on 28th count antique white cashel linen with Weeks Dye Works threads, baby's breath, and just these threads. You don't have to change the thread, and you need 5 skeins for it. And the buttons, the beautiful buttons which are here, and they are the main reason I liked so much the how they say, unicity of this design. They are sold as a pack. So the buttons are sold as a pack. And I remember from that stitcher's post, she said that the pack nowadays is a little bit changed. So not all the buttons you see here, they look exactly the same, because some of them were taken out of print, of production, and they were replaced by Rosewood Manor with other ones. Okay. I said, it's okay. And started to look for them, found them in a shop in US, because locally I didn't find them. So the shop had the chart and had the, like, it was the option, they had the option to add the button pack. Okay, I purchased both of them, and when they sent the order, I just saw the email saying that the order was shipped, and of course, as they used to give you the track number and so on and so forth. And when I checked the card with the amount of when I was checking like something on my online banking, I saw that they didn't take the amount of money which they were supposed to take, you know. And I was like, but they didn't write any email saying that, look, this item from your order is not in stock, or it's out of print, or things like this. By the amount of money which wasn't taken, I kind of supposed that it was the button pack. Kind of supposed. And yes, I was already waiting for the order, and when it came, I opened it quickly, and yes, the button pack was missing. So I don't know why they didn't get the button pack. It was, you know, it was that kind of shop which doesn't say what they have in stock and what or they don't have in stock. Usually you order, and they order from the how they say, from the source in their turn, and when it comes to them, they are shipping it to you. Okay, I was disappointed that I had only the chart, and I started looking again for the button pack. And the genius idea came to me, why I didn't look directly from like the very beginning on the site, on Rosewood Manor's site. At that time, I didn't know if they are selling directly to stitchers or they are selling only to shops, because you know that there are some brands which work with like the shoppers directly. You can go to the brand's shop and you can buy the designer's shop and you can buy the items you want. But some shops work only with some brands work only with shops, so you cannot order from them directly. As for example, from Just Nan, you cannot order directly if you want to buy one kit. From Gloriana, you cannot order directly because it's not. Fred Gever, for example, it's selling threads. If you want to buy Fred Gever, by the way, you can buy from the brand's shop, from the designer's shop, if I express myself correctly. Okay, and I thought, why not going to Rosewood Manor site and see if they are selling it? So, the thing which I did actually, and yes, they were selling to everybody, and it was even shipping overseas. And the thing is that when I got to the design, they were selling they were not selling the button pack separately, so I had to buy the button pack with the chart. But this button pack actually is not used only with one chart. There is one more chart which you can use this button pack. This is Barnwood buttons. And on their site it was the option to buy this chart with the button pack or this chart with the button pack. As long as I already had this one, I said, what's the point of buying one more chart like this? Let me buy the Barnwood buttons and I will have the button pack as well. I wasn't intending to stitch this one, so I was buying the button pack for this one. And I purchased like Barnwood buttons with the button pack. And they came to me because you saw that I have the chart button pack. So these are little treats from the Rosewood Manor shop. And this is the button pack. This is how it looks like. So it's a piece of paper. It's the Rosewood Manor like logo. And here is the button pack and how you should like organize them. For example, here is the butterfly. He's K82. K42 is this one, because when you are stitching, actually, you see, so on the chart, I'm going to show you a piece of chart. On the chart, you see they're indicating which button you have to use there. And I started like doing the thing to see what buttons I have and which of them are replaced, or to, at least to see, because I was putting all of them how they go, and not all of them coincide, by the way. And I was looking here on the original preview to see which one like are the same and which one are different. Okay, there are some changes, not bad changes. I like them, so I wouldn't say that I was like totally shocked and I said that wow, what a thing. But nevertheless, there was a thing which made me very sad. The butterfly. Look how it looks. So this is a plastic, because the vast majority of the buttons, they are mother of pearl. They are kind of how they say, nice buttons. They don't look cheap, let me say so. Even if they are plastic, because I haven't checked all of them and guessed if it's plastic or it's not plastic, if it's mother of pearl, but they don't look plastic except this butterfly. Except this button, I totally don't like how it looks, totally. And there is one more button, this one. Also, it's too white, because all of them, they are cream. They are creamy, you see? Ivory creamy. And this one also is too white and too plastic. But this one, I don't know, I could like fit with all of them, but the butterfly, no. And I thought, because look how the butterfly looks on the original, let me show you here, on the dark one, you see? It's a big, beautiful mother of pearl butterfly. And I said, I can look for this butterfly and maybe I can find it separately and buy it, and I won't be sad anymore. The thing is that I found the same form of butterfly on Etsy, not too many, but the thing is that they were grayish, pinkish, so they were not cream. So I totally didn't want such a dark butterfly here. And I got like disappointed and took the tube, so the packet where the charts and the button pack, and put them not in the box where I used to put all the things I buy and then I take them out and I film the video with the cross-stitch shopping, but I put them in another box. They were there, they were not like, I haven't seen them like, I was not seeing them and I forgot about them. So I saw the this design on Instagram in spring. I bought it, I think it was in the beginning of summer, and like I disappointed, put them in a box and then forgot about them. And in the end of November, when I started filming the videos with my cross-stitch stash, I took away like all the boxes with the stash, and I found them, you know. I said, wow, I forgot about this thing. I didn't even show in a video saying about my disappointment and things like this. And I thought, okay, I have two options. I'm starting to look again for that butterfly and stitch it, or I'm selling everything as I have, because it's an original button pack till the end, so I didn't change anything. Or I'm selling everything and that's it. I'm going to forget about this thing. And started like doing something. Finally, I found a shop which had a lot of mother of pearl things, and found this butterfly. This is a kind of quite a big butterfly look in comparison with this one. It's not as exquisite, or it doesn't look like the one which is on the preview, but it's not bad. And it's a bead. You see, it's a bead. And I purchased it. And I am very, very happy. Then, when I was doing like, when I was buying this one from that shop, I didn't want to buy just this one and pay for the delivery. That's why I purchased more things, and I decided that I'm going to stitch this one as well, but I'm going to stitch it my way. Okay, so what I decided, by the way, this video most probably is going to be the kind of video where I am going to film like the saga, the story of these two designs from the very beginning until the end. So I hope that in the end of this video you'll see the stitched designs. Okay, so let's go back to welcome home. So I already had this one. I was happy. I even have a replacement for this one, we'll show you later. So I'm totally happy with the button pack I have here, and I am totally happy with using them. Okay, the original design is so here the instructions, the key says to use antique white linen and to use baby breath Weeks Day Works threads. I had my vision of this design, so I saw this design on other colors. I wanted this design on this color. This is Thistle by Picture This Plus, 28th count. So this is what I wanted actually. So because I haven't had this color of fabric before, ordered it, was waiting for it, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to be the one I want, it's going to be the one I want. And when it came, and said, wow, yes, it's what I want. So yes, it's going to be this dark color. As a comparison, I can show you a few buttons and you'll see how the buttons look like on it. They're looking extremely nice. Didn't want Baby Breath by Weeks Day Works. That's why my choice of color is going to be Silken Colors. This is Bride's Blush. I had this color previously because I used it in Jeanne doll, my half doll, and then I used in the pink baby doll, which I have, and this is the leftover, you see. So I used in 2 dolls, and this is the leftover. And when the fabric came, I just compared the color of the thread. I liked it a lot, and I said, yes, I'm going to buy this one. Thanks God, Thread Gatherer you can find easier than Gloriana. And I ordered the 2 skeins. Why only 2 skeins when the key says 5? Because these ones have 5 yards. So 5 skeins by 5 yards. I mean, the Weeks Day Works, according to the initial key, I need 25 yards of thread, 6 threads into, I don't know, into this thing. Yes. The thing is that Thread Gatherer, as Gloriana and many others, they have 12 here, so it's double. So 5 yards here is 10 yards. This also is 10 yards, so it's 20 yards. And I don't have 5 yards here, but I hope it's going to be enough. I mean, with this leftover. If this one is not going to be enough, I will be like, I will have to buy 1 more skein of this thread. But I don't feel bad because this thread is very nice, and I'm sure that it's going to be useful for me in future. So I'm not sure if it's going to be enough thread, but I hope so. So this is how this one is going to look like. Okay, about this design, Barnwood buttons. I said that I'm going to use my way. And my vision of this design, because I see here filled with flowers. And my vision was that I want this this design on green linen. And I wanted the green linen, not the bright, because Picture This Plus has Herald, a very beautiful color, but that one for me it's too bright, you know. I wanted kind of how do I say, not so active dark color, so a dark color but not so active. And I chose also by Picture This Plus, this is moss, and this is 32nd count, because this design already is recommended to be stitched on 32nd count. And from the shop I bought the mother of pearl buttons, mother of pearl butterfly. I bought such buttons which are flowers, so I'm intending here to stitch only flowers. How I did it, I just took from here every position, I mean like from here I took every position, I counted, I measured the diameter, and I chose a button which would fit that diameter. For example, this one is this one, you see? So the size is going to be quite the same. It's going to be flowers. Everywhere is going to be flowers. And by the way, I bought from the local eBay also mother of pearl square, but here I'm not going to use square. I'll think about it, but I don't want to use squares. I want to use only flowers. But this square is going to be a replacement for, where is it? For this plastic square, which I said that I don't like. You see, I chose also the same and it's going to be a replacement. The only thing which happened to me here is that I couldn't find already the big butterfly, and I ordered it, found it on AliExpress. I ordered it, but it didn't come the big one. It came a smaller one. I told them about this. They returned the money. I ordered another one, and the shop again sent me the smaller one. I have it somewhere. And I thought that I don't want to try a third time. And the second time they also gave me back the money. The thing is that I don't have a big butterfly. And I thought, why not attaching here the smaller one, but I'll attach two, because, you know, it's a field and it can be a butterfly. And the threads, what threads I'm going to use for this one? Again, it's my choice. And it's going to be also silk. This is Caron Water Lilies, and the color is celery. Actually, a skein of celery I already had at home, because I'm trying to get another chatelaine design, and I had it. And when the fabric came, I just looked at this one. Also is greenish, you know, it's very, very light, but it's greenish. And I said that yes, I'm going to want this one, and I bought one more skein. Because again, here they don't have 5, they have 6 yards, and here the thread also is in 12 plies, or how it's correct to say. So I have 24 yards here. I need 25, but I have 24. So I hope it's going to be enough. If it's not enough, I'm going to buy one more. For sure, I'm going to buy one more. But again, thanks God that you can find Caron much easier than Gloriana and other threads. So this is going to be my choice for this one. By the way, originally, according to the key here, you need also Picture This Plus, but it's Barnwood, the color. It's beautiful, but it's not green. That's why I chose something greenish. And the floss here is also Wigs That Works, 5 skeins. The color is linen. So yeah, I chose my variant of color. One more thing which I have for this one is this little pearl beads. So they are pearl beads, they are round, they are not mill heel, which I want to use in the center to attach each of them, you see. I hope very much that it's going to turn into a very, very nice project, even 2 projects. And my initial disappointment is going to turn into a great great joy. I don't know, I'll see. So I'm a little bit worried about this, but I'll see what it's going to be like. So yes, I'm going to start stitching, and I'm going to try put all the pieces of with these two projects in one video. And again, I hope that in the end of the video you'll see the ready stitched finished designs. And I wanted to show you how this project from Rosewood Manor, my first Rosewood Manor project, how this one is going on. So I'm stitching Welcome Home design, this one, and this is what I have actually. I started stitching it, so I calculated, I mean, like the distance from here and here. I didn't put it in the middle of the fabric because I will have a leftover, a good piece of leftover. I mean, good enough to have some pin cushions. That's why I didn't have to lose this one. Started from the down part because this is how I like to start stitching it. So taking into account that it's one thread, you don't have to change it. You just like fill in the needle and you stitch until it finishes. This one goes quickly. So actually I stitched, this is not a half of the stitching, but I have the feeling that the part which was which included most stitching I already have done, because you see this pot, the pot was the one which had the most stitching, and the pot consists of cross stitch, you see, cross stitch, and Algerian eyelets. This one. So in this design, the cross stitch and the cross stitch is done in 2 threads, and the back stitch and the Algerian eyelets, they are made in 1 thread. So this is how it goes. It's a quick stitch, honestly. So maybe it looks like it's a lot or it's boring, but it's the kind of work which allows you to watch something. You see, like you can. You don't have to be so concentrated so that you would just keep your eyes on the stitching and you cannot like watch. Okay, when I'm saying watch something, I'm saying like partially watching, partially listening. Okay, so yes, I finished the pot. I kind of finished the word home, but I have still to fill in here the 2 letters H and O. I have to fill them with Algerian eyelets. I wrote here 2 hour, and I started the plant actually. And here the back stitch, by the way, I didn't like so much stitching this back stitch because it's a lot, it's confusing, you have to calculate, you have to look carefully. But apparently this one, this was the biggest part of the back stitch, because the rest of them are going to be like this, like smaller. So I have actually to stitch the leaves, I mean the stems, the leaves which come, and here I have to stitch the big word welcome. Kind of, I have to finish here, I have to finish this one, and I have to write the word welcome. So if you are going to look, how they say, if you measure it, it's not half of the work. But if you are going to consider the work I have done here, I think that I have half of the work already done. So yeah, it's a nice work. And yes, about the choice of the fabric with the threads, I feel okay because until, you know, we are choosing in my case, because I didn't choose the ones which were recommended in the key, until I started stitching and I saw what is happening. When I saw what is going on the fabric, I said, okay, I like my choice. I was okay. I was right with my choice. I mean, for my taste. So I am stitching it on this thistle linen with silken colors, you see. And by the way, about the usage of the threads, I had a bit of leftover from beforehand. I stitched it, so I finished it. I started the not so long ago purchased ones, and I don't have so much, you see, from this one, and I have a full one. But I have the feeling that I'm going to have enough, because as I said, the big part which takes the most of the threads already is done. So I have the feeling that it's going to be enough. If I'm going to have a leftover from this one, it means that 2 of silken colors, they are enough to stitch. Yeah. So I'm going to continue stitching this one, and I'll let you know how this one is turning on. And I finished stitching, but not attaching the buttons yet to this design, Welcome Home by Rosewood Manor. It was, I would say that the most part of the work, it takes this one, the pot, you see. Here I spent quite a lot of time, or the most time. When I already continued like working here, here it's much quicker because the cross stitches are not a lot. This one is, again, welcome, the word is not a lot. What I didn't like, it was this one, the frame where the button is going to be. This one I didn't like doing. This one is easier, and this one was like the most complicated, I would say, this frame. And the things, the little things here also. So you have to count very carefully so that you wouldn't go like, I don't know, wrong. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Yes, and I like, as I said, I like very much my choice of fabric and my choice of threads. Speaking about the threads, by the way, this is what I have left. Okay, they say that the buttons also should be attached with this thread, but it won't go a lot for attaching the buttons. So I had a little bit, this is, I had a little bit on this one, and I purchased 2 more. This is Silken Colors with, I had 7 yards here, but I have 5 yards here. 5 yards, this one. And I used this one totally, and I have this one left over. So the thing is that if you will buy, if you decide to stitch this design in silk and not in Weeks Dye Works, as they recommend, because according to the key, they recommend to buy 5 skeins of Weeks Dye Works. If you decide to do it in silk with 5 yards skein, 2 skeins is going to be enough for you, because this one, the leftover I have, this is more, much more than with what I started. So for sure it's going to be enough in case you want to stitch in silk. So 10 yards of silk with 12 threads, because this one has 12 threads, is going to be enough. Okay, and here I am ready for the next stage. So I took this paper, and what I have to do next is I have to look which one goes where, because they have a code, you see, B3025, and this one will go here, for example. The butterfly should go here. So I have to see which one goes where, because when starting stitching, here they indicate, you see, which button, for example, B15. So I have to look which is B15 and where does it go. At least this is how I understand it. It's going to be easier for me. Before like attaching them, starting to do it, I wanted to show you which are going to be replaced for sure. So the butterfly, which I said from the very beginning, it was the biggest disappointment. So this is going to be a mother of pearl butterfly, which will go here. And also this button, it looks like plastic. I don't like it at all. So this one is going to be changed. It's the same size, but this one is mother of pearl button, you see. So these ones are going to be changed. These ones are not going to be used. The rest of them, I'm going to use all of them. Even though they are replacements, they are not bad. I like how they look, how they fit. This one is too simple. For example, this one also is kind of round, but this one is more beautiful, you see. This one is too simple. But when you combine with all of them, it looks nice. That's why these ones are staying, and these 2 are going to be replaced. Yeah. So next thing probably is going to be the ready finished I mean we've attached buttons. And wanted to show you, by the way, wanted to show you that I am so hardworking person that I even started the next one. Just a sec, let me bring the chart. So the Barnwood buttons, I just had time in between, and I started this one. Realized that this one is going to be quicker to stitch. It's this one, this long. I don't know if it can fit, but it's a lot of long. And I started by doing first the this part. Then about the words, which is here. When one tugs at a single thing in nature, he finds it attached to the nest of the world. It's not that I have something against these words, but I wanted to write here something of mine, like something I found, no, not my words, but the phrase I wanted is too big to fit here. I mean, like to fit here. I have to split in 2 lines. It's not a problem to split it in 2 lines. It's just the second line, it wouldn't be full, you know, and it would look not nice. Here, it's these words go harmonious, you know, like they fit exactly. I think that they found the phrase, and according to this phrase, they already made the rest of the thing. I don't know why I think so. Because it's very difficult to find something which would fit exactly here. Either it's going to be too short or too long. Okay, I tried to fit the phrase I have. I saw that it's not okay, and I decided that I am going. I had even the thought of not writing anything, but without writing, it's going to be even like shorter. And this writing still, it's nice. I like how it looks like. So I decided that still I'm going to write this one. So, and because first I made like this one, you see the flowers, this one here. And then I started doing the like writing and doing the leaves and the stems of the flowers. It goes pretty fast, but when I started doing it, you know, I had a surprise, shock, I don't know how to call it. So this is 30-second count. This one was 28th count, this one. So it's larger, the count. This one is 30-second count, but it's not the first time when I see in a picture with pluses fabrics that due probably to the things they are using to color the fabric, they are shrinking. So this one, it's not, when stitching on it, this one is not 30-second count. This one is kind of, and it's not 36 count, you know, this one is kind of in between. So it's smaller than the 30-second, but it's a little bit bigger than 36. I don't like stitching on small counts because I'm not doing a lot of works on small counts. 40th count for me, it's out of fantastic, you know. And I don't have very good eyesight, by the way. And that's why when I started doing this one, it was a little bit of struggle for me. Also, it's the count is small, and the color of the fabric is dark. I don't stitch well on dark fabrics, but I am how do I say, I got used to it, the one thing. And the second thing is that I am stitching it only during the day, in the daylight, because now it's summer, the daylight is very bright, there are a lot of sunny days, and it's easy for me to stitch it like this. So this one goes only during this one is stitched only during the daylight, yes. And you know, it's like, it's not half. If I'm going to stitch until here, I'll have a full half of the work stitched. So this one is going very, very quick, yeah. And of course I'm going to show how this one is going on. And here is the finished, totally finished design. So this is Welcome Home, yes, the one on the purple, or it's violet linen, thistle linen. So I attached the buttons, and finally I can say that this is it. This is what I have. Yes, I put it like this because it's the only way to show you the whole how the whole design looks like. Do they say how much is going to be? No, they say in stitches, but they don't say in inches. It seems to me how much is going to take. But if I can tell you in centimeters, because I measured it, and I can tell you in centimeters. So this one is like the width is 15 centimeters and the height is 43. At least in my case on this fabric. If you'll choose another count and another fabric brand, these measurements can vary. And yes, the fun of attaching the buttons. I think I have never sew so many buttons at the same time, but yes, I like it. I absolutely like it. I mean, I like the final product, what I've got. And I made, till the end, I made 3 changes. I mean, like, according to the everything, let me put it like here. I think it's going to be better seen for you. So I said from the very beginning that I would change these two. So yes, I changed the butterfly, this one, into this one. So the butterfly is changed. Till the end, I changed this one, I mean the square one from here, the same size. I changed with a mother of pearl square button. Because honestly, I have the feeling that these ones are just cheap plastic. Honestly, because the rest of them, they are okay. They look very nice, but these ones, they look very cheap plastic, and they don't fit here. They're very white kind of, because these ones come in different shades of cream, you know, creamy, crew, things like this, but these ones are just white, like it's B5200 if we speak about DMC. Okay, so changed these ones, and till the end made one more change. I don't know if you can see here. The thing is that here on the base, here, it should have been this one. This one is not bad, but its form, it's not, it's rectangular, yes, it's not round. And it has the right, how they say, diameter, but it's small. And here, it's important that the button which is used here should be big enough so that it would cover this one, and this one, because it's kind of like going through all of them. And yes, I could take one from, not from here, because this one is important. For example, I could take this one, I say this one, like, which is bigger, and I could have put it here, and this one I could have used here. But I already, due to the changes I made to the design of the green fabric, I had this one, the large, beautiful mother of pearl flower, and I decided to attach this one. This one is not like the attaching is not the button-like thing, so I had to attach it with a petite bead, and I even used some wildlife red so that I would like fix it due to the fact that it's big. You see, it stays okay in its place. So yes, this is one more change. I did it kind of unplanned. Also, when attaching them, I noticed this one, according to the key, should go here, and this one should go here. But the thing is that this one is medium, this one is large, and when this one came here, it was like quite a lot of buttons on the same surface. But this one is small, and it was here, and here there is enough space. That's why I just changed with places these two. But generally speaking, you can change these ones as you wish. For example, when you are like doing them, attaching them, you can change them. Okay, yes, they thought about... by the way, I tried to look for the initial button pack. I mean, like if somebody stitched it with the initial first button packs. And yes, there were like quite a lot of difference. For example, I already said that this one, it had a smaller variant which went here and it fitted perfectly. This one doesn't fit perfectly, you see? Doesn't fit perfectly. Then this one had a larger version. There were two like these ones. I think if I looked out correctly, I think kind of almost half of them were changed. So what you see here, it's almost half of them were changed according to the like first initial variant. Because, and I could look also on the here on the chart, but the thing is that they are very bright white, and it's difficult to see them, you see. For example, this one, it wasn't here, it was a different one. Which one? This one, it should have been one like this, but bigger, you see. I don't know if you see, like this one, it should have been one like this, but bigger. This one, by the way, this one was original one, like as it was in the beginning. This is how it is now. Some of them are still the same, some of them are changed, but the changes they made, they're not bad, except this two. So this two is out of any rule for me, at least. So yes, finished. Happy that my first disappointment about the how they say, the bad butterfly has a happy ending, and I found a solution for me so that I would have this design finished. I'm happy that I chose this color of fabric, is what I wanted. It is as I imagined it. So, you know, because it's a thing when you want to stitch something which you haven't seen anywhere, and you have something in your mind, and when the thing you have in your mind, it's with the real thing which turns out or even better, of course, you are happy. So I am happy that this one turned out as I wanted it. So finishing, yes, this one can be finished in a bell pull. It's a variant, but I like very much the finishing into a beautiful frame. That's why this one so far is going to stay like this, and I will see what's going to be, but so far it stays like this. I'll see. And we will go to the last one, the second one, the flowers on green fabric, when that one is going to be ready. And I'm ready to present you Barnwood buttons. Yes, these ones are ready as well. So this is the preview. So so if you would have stitched the buttons from the button pack, this is what I have, because I attached mother of pearl flowers. Yes, this is how my variant of design looks like. Honestly, I am very, very happy about the result. So I was a little bit worried how this one is going to look, but now I am mega happy about what I have got. Since the last time I showed you what I had, I was like kind of here in the middle, so I finished stitching here, nothing interesting. And when finished, I started attaching the flowers. I attached the flowers by using a bead, petite bead here in the middle. The bead in my case is Mill Hill 40479. There is Mill Hill 40123, which is kind of more a cream. I didn't like that one. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I tried with that one, but I didn't like. Even though you see this bead is not very well kind of noticed because it's really small. And what I didn't do here, by the way, you see that there are 3 flowers which have which have a kind of frame similar to what the purple one had. Didn't do it because in my case the flowers, they look different, and I decided that I would have, as I didn't use the buttons which were in the button pack, I decided that I will make my variant to look different. So I have 3 flowers without any frames. I said already that I tried to keep the same diameter of the buttons which were here. For example, if the button was 2.5 centimeters, I tried to do the same. For example, button here to be, for example, 3 centimeters, let's say. So I even tried to, you see here, this flower comes with 3 buttons in a stack like this. I tried to do the same thing with this flower. Although here in the original there are kind of two cross stitches in between. Didn't do any of them. I decided that I'm not going to play with that one. So kind of this would be the thing I have. I was tempted, by the way, here not everything is flowers. You see, I attached the buttons absolutely as they were attached in the original ones, and the rest of them, it's grass. I think it's just grass. For example, I could have attached a small one here. I could attach one here. So here, for example, again, is space for one. I mean, there are stems or small grasses which look like stems, and I could do it, but I decided to do this one still to attach the buttons according to the key. And the butterfly, I have the butterfly here. This one is smaller than the butterfly I used in the Welcome Home design. I have a second butterfly like this. I was thinking about attaching it somewhere here, but you know, it was so interesting. I put it here. There are quite a lot of flowers here per the small space, and this one looked like very crowded. I said, okay, not here. I tried to put it here. It was too close to this one, you know, kind of didn't look okay. I tried to put it here in this one, and they look like kind of, you know, when you put when you have one butterfly here, one butterfly here, they kind of how do I say, symmetry. But I didn't want symmetry in this work. You see, I wanted everything except symmetry. And I said, no, I leave one as in the chart. So I was sure that I will have two, but no, I have just one, and I'm happy with this one I have. This design is, in this case, is wider than the previous one, because the from here to here, just a sec, from here to here, it's going to be the same 15 centimeters I had with the previous one, but this one, in my case, is 52, I think, centimeters, kind of. So everything was stitched according to the key here, so nothing changed. And here is what I have. The only thing which I'm thinking to do, because in the purple one, the big flower I attached, after attaching with thread, I attached it with thread as well, so that it would fit in the same place, because they are attached just in the middle, you know, and they are very well attached. Like, look, see, everything is very well. But take into consideration that they are large, some of them are large flowers. Of course, they are going to go like this, you see, all of them. That's why I was thinking to take wildlife thread and to try to go from, for example, this side to this center, this side to the center, because the wildlife thread is so thin and invisible that it wouldn't be seen here, and to fix the flowers, each of them in their place. So this is work to be done, because I hate wildlife thread. I hate it, honestly. But there are things which can be done only, okay, not only YLI, any invisible thread, because I have one more spool. That one is another brand, but also it's the kind of invisible thread, you know. So, because I don't like working with them, but there are moments when they are the only one that can do this job. So I logically understand that if I want these flowers to get in the same place, not to like go around, and if I want that thing not to be seen, the thread, I have to use the invisible thread, almost invisible thread. Yes. Okay, and so I said about the beads I use, about the thread, by the way. So I had these two water lilies from Karen, the celery. One skein with 6 yards, I used it totally, and from the second one I needed not so much, but anyway, without it I wouldn't have done it, because I needed for some cross stitches here in the end, and don't remember what else I needed for back stitch here. So and I stitch, how they say, pretty not throwing away big yarns when I stitch with silks, and I think without the second one it would be difficult to stitch this one. It would be possible to use just one if in case you have another color and you would use another color for the words, for the verse, for example. So here you can do variations. Also, for example, these petite beads here, you can replace, I tried to look for a color which would be the similar one with the flowers, but you can look for contrasting totally different color. So, you know, I just realized that with these designs, your imagination can go wild. Because if you don't like buttons, or you don't have buttons, you can use specialty stitches, for example, here, instead of these buttons which are here. So yes, a lot of things can be done. And finally, I think in the end of this video, I can tell you that the disappointment about the ugly butterfly, yes, I can call it ugly butterfly, which I had in the beginning, fortunately transformed into two beautiful finished designs. Yes, they are going to be like this for a while, because still I'm thinking first about finishing into a frame, and I'm thinking about finishing them not by myself, but a professional frame finishing. That's why I am going to wait a little bit with these ones, and I hope I'll be able to finish them. And that's it. Hope you liked this kind of video where I showed just how to say, a brand and 2 works. But for me it was a saga, as I filmed it throughout, I think, 3 months. I don't think it was more than 3 months. I don't remember exactly when I started filming it. But I wanted to have such a video where I would show you what I stitch in time, without showing you like every time what I'm doing with these designs. Hope you liked it, and see you in my next videos. Until then, bye bye.